All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Livin Freestyle Game Dev live stream. This is an AMA Q&A, but in the absence of any kind of questions or stuff like that, problems to solve, I will go ahead and just continue streaming me making my own game. It must be early because my brain does not seem to be working so far. So let's try that again. My name's Kevin. We do this twice a week. Right now we're doing this Sunday nights at 10:15 Pacific time and Wednesday mornings. Here we are at 8 a.m. trying to cover different time zones and stuff like that. I am lucky enough to work in game dev professionally. I currently work in R&D at Riot Games. I get to do a lot of really cool stuff, but there's a lot of cool stuff I don't get to do, and so this is a chance for me, one, definitely to learn, and two, stumble through a bunch of stuff together. And by stumble, I really mean stumble. So I definitely don't know all this stuff. Unreal Engine is crazy deep. And as a result of all y'all's questions and things we've been working on so far, I've learned a lot and it's been a lot of fun. So I went through, I looked, I didn't see any questions in any of the previous chats. And as a result of that, and I don't see any questions so far this morning, hopefully chat is working. Let's go ahead and say good morning, everybody. Yeah, so without any questions or anything like that, let's just go ahead and hop back into the game. Today I think is going to be a slow or tough day. And I don't mean that in the sense that we're not going to make progress, but I mean in the sense that last time we kind of had finally gotten back to, we're going to need our controller today, had finally gotten back to our encounter working and fixing a whole bunch of problems we were having. And we were playing through, and just as a quick recap, when we get to, I don't even need a recap, I'll just tell you. You get to a point in the encounter, you die, and you have to re-walk the entire length of this encounter to the end for this particular level. That doesn't feel great as a player. I'm also trying to still sort out gameplay rules, game mode rules, as far as whether or not you're even supposed to respawn in the first place. A little bit of a wake up. Okay. So either way, I think it'll be cool to have the tech to be able to handle this. So let's see if we can find where our respawn happens. I believe it's in the shooter, man. Let's see. Shooter. Mannequin. Oh, it may actually be in the player controller, but let's just double check here. It would make more sense if it was in the player. Good morning, Antius. I was struggling with what we were gonna do today, taking a little UI break. I had so much fun doing this big UI project for work a few weeks back. I learned a ton about UI. It was great. I was thinking about your sword comment the other day, and then I was thinking about just the general roadmap and the encounter that I'm building and things like that. And I realized I kind of can't really work to finish the encounters until I have kind of the attack combo system in place. And I started looking at that. It's gonna be a beast. But I don't know if I can tackle that in a live stream. I need to wrap my head around it first so I don't look like I'm just stumbling through and into brick walls the entire time. Good morning though. All right, so let's see here. We're looking for, this is where we show pawn, and this is where we initialize. This is where we begin play. We put that task dead last week with audio since it's iterative. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's check the controller because I don't see it there. My concern with this actually, and I don't really mean concern, but I mean, my guess is a bunch of this is in code, and we may have to bring up some code, which I know is always exciting for you all. So let's see here. So this is where we get possessed, right? But the problem is when we get possessed, where do we get possessed? And if we go back here, and we take a look in our code, let's see if we have it up. Health components, editors, ranged weapons, show explorers. We're looking for not abilities, not feedback, player. Lyra player controller. Okay, so if we do, let's just do a search for respawn. Nada. Okay, maybe it's not in here. All right, how about we do this? How about respawn in here? That's for the enemy. Oh, that's our auto respawn. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Let's see what this is. So in here, there's this ability. We're granting the ability auto respawn. So let's see what auto respawn does. Auto respawn. Oh, look at this. There's stuff in here. So there's a log. Listen for instant resets of our player's state or avatar, which avoids the full death sequence. Clear death listener. Log the event. End death abilities. Delay. If death is canceled too close to the respawn. Spawn. Okay, cool. Log event. Record. Okay, this is it. So we're gonna request player restart next frame, and then we're gonna broadcast it. Now this is our problem. So if we do restart, okay, fine. Let's double click that. Oh, it's in the game mode. I would have never guessed on that. All right, so this is what I want to show you. So when we do our restart next frame, there's nowhere in here where it oh, but looky. Okay. There might be hope here. Okay, so there's nowhere in here where we can say where it's going to restart, right? It's just going to do what it usually does, which is it's going to find the player's start spots and do those. But looky right here, update player start spot. Aw, it does nothing. Bummer. Failed to restart player. Failed to restart player. This says do not, we'll wait until post login when we try to spawn the player for real. Systems like team assignment haven't even occurred yet. Oh, here we go. On post login, on game mode command post login delay broadcast this new player. Post login. Interesting. Request to restart. Multi-class clients. What are we multicasting? Respawn, okay. Respawn complete. Alright. Respawn delay. And then it goes and respawns. Okay, let's see if post login. Post login. I'm just chasing the thread right now, trying to figure out where to. Nope. Listening for the team. Those are shield events. Health changed. That's tick. Huh. I knew this was gonna be fun. Oh yeah. A lot of that stuff definitely is distracting. I use earbuds. It's the only way to block out the background noise. Okay. We listen for the team. We set it hidden. Is the pawn ready? I want to know. So then basically we're setting the visibility here. I think we could just teleport at this point, but it seems sort of hacky to me. Controller reset. Set timer for next tick. Server restart player implementation. Portal. Error message. Return true. So fail to restart the player. Get the default pawn class for the controller. Request player restart next frame. Let's find this. That's awesome. Specify player or bot next frame. If B4 says the controller will reset this frame. Init game. Finish. Restart player. Handle start new player. Choose player start. Controller reset. I definitely remember there being a place where it went through. Lyra player start. Let's see if it's in here. Yes. Okay. So this is where we get all those starts. Okay. But that doesn't really help me. I don't think. These are abilities. Squad IDs. Occupying controllers. Get location occupancy. It gets the actor location of what? Player respawning manager component. Player respawning manager component. Interesting. Okay. So get first random unoccupied player start. All right, this is where this is happening. I believe this is where it's happening. Find play from here start. Is it a player control? Oh, that's for the play from here. Okay, cool. This is choose player start. All right, so choose player start. So if it's a player, here's our start points. We're gonna go through all of our start points and we're gonna add it's not. We're gonna return the starter points. Choose player start. So what is this? We're getting closer. Okay. Choose player start. Max distance, fallback player start. It game state player array. Team ID is only a spectator. Team ID gets the pawn, gets the distance, checks whether it's wow, this is not. This is okay. I don't like this a whole lot because basically it doesn't look like there's a great way to have checkpoints. Good morning, Niall. So it doesn't look like there's a great way to have checkpoints. It looks like the update player start was a dead end. It didn't go anywhere. It could be very easily because I don't know what I'm doing. But I think, so we have a couple options. We need to figure out either how to implement checkpoints. And one thing we could do, so here, as an example, here's our begin play. This is pawns ready to initialize. We're gonna set our visibility. So let's do this as an example. If we just do a simple, let's do this. When we die, we're going to, let's cache our, where are we? We're in our shooter mannequin. Let's cache our death location. Okay. So what we're going to do is let's just make a death spot. Death location. We're going to set that to a vector. Okay, and then when we die, we're going to get actor location. And we are going to store that in our death location. Let's just see if this even works. We'll do this for death, parent death. This should work. Okay, so now we've stored that. Then what we want to do is let's teleport. Can we teleport? Ooh, teleport. Let's teleport to that spot. Actually, let's do this. Oh, actually, let's do this just before, so we don't see the teleport happen. Let's see if this works. So we're going to teleport to the death location. I'm not gonna worry about rotation. Let's just see if this works. All right, let's go back to our combat gen. And then let's take, make this a whole lot simpler from the standpoint of our enemy spawners are here. Let's just move this closer. And let's spawn, yeah, one will be fine because they'll hit me with a sword and I'll be done in no time. So let's go real quick. All right, so we've got our sword. The enemy just spawned. Where'd he go? Oh. Alright, so I'm gonna be respawning. Let's see where I respawn. Doesn't seem like I teleported. Just saying. So either we need to do it for both, in which case let's do this, or this does not work. Oh, it could be that our teleport wait, what? Hold on. What's happening? Could be that our teleport location is bogus too. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do our favorite thing to do. Let's draw a debug sphere. All right, so draw a debug sphere. All right, and we're also going to put this here because maybe it's just teleport's not working. Let's find out if the sphere. Let's find out if the sphere is in the right location. We'll make it 60, and we'll make it hot pink so it's easy to see. Let's give it a duration of 5, so we can, or 10, so we have time to find it, and a thickness of 1, and let's go. Okay, interesting. Oh, dude. We hit a crash. So our death location is bogus. That's the problem. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What is happening is... Okay, all right. Let's do this. Let's disconnect this for right now. And this time, let's draw the sphere when we set our death location. And I'm thinking this is because shooter mannequin is already 0? Let's see if that's true. I want to be able to see it. Hey, where are you going, buddy? There you go. Come back and get me. Okay, our death location is good there. That's good. Okay, so if that is the death location when we die, what you're telling me is that when we respawn, this thing has been reset. Make this a different size, just so we can do this. And we'll go ahead and start. Okay, so there's the hot pink. No. I'm not buying this. I don't buy that. Something's up. Death location. Interesting. Does this need to be replicated? And also I need to reduce this count from 10 seconds to 5 because, let's go 4. Because I want to make sure I'm drawing new spheres. Okay, so, all right, that's that one. So when we so that's not being carried forward. Okay, so possibly what's happening here is this variable does not survive. After like this resets, right? So basically we're basically, what I'm saying is we're potentially spawning a completely new hero shooter mannequin. And we can actually test that theory on begin play. Let's print this. Get this And let's print string ex, print string. So when we start, it starts at 0. Let's see what prints. 0. Okay. So that variable does not survive. So that is not going to work. So do no variables on this. Okay, so where's our controller? Oh. Okay. Hold on a second. So in our Lyra, player start, no. Lyra player controller. What do we have available to us? Lyra player controller. Server cheats, HUDs. I'm looking for variables. Last seen player state changed. We're getting auto runs, hide views. We're setting the player. There's like 0 variables on this player controller. So as a result of that, there's no way to know where it died. Oh, I don't like this. All of this feels hacky. All this feels hacky. If I store where the character died and it respawns around that point, that's like checkpoints don't exist. Which is okay for my game. But it's kind of a bummer that there is no connection to, where is it? Not that one. Update player start spot. You know what? I want to see something. Yep. I'm just went in my eye. If we look up Lyra, attempts to initialize the start spot of the player. Yeah, that doesn't. I was just doing a quick search to see. If there was a quick, somebody had already solved this. But it doesn't. And also the other reason we don't like that is because if we do it like that, then every player would update to that. I kind of want it to be where you were. So, okay, all right, fine, let's just do this. Let's do we need a vector. Server restart. Virtual void. Okay, so we need, let's just make this a U property. And Lyra player start is going to be .h. It's going to be, what? Oh, I can't edit this because I don't have it checked out from source control. So let's do this. Oh, I don't like it when it does that. Oh, and there's no back button. All right, player, Lyra player start, check out. Might as well check both of these out right now. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll go to do this again. We're gonna look at the U property, and this is going to be a vector. 3. What is this called? I need an example. I don't spend enough time in code to know this stuff off the top of my head. See if there's one in here. Int 32. Oh, is it an F vector? F vector. Let's see. Here we go, F vector 2Ds. Is there a 3D? No, we're just gonna call it an F vector. That's fine. Okay. That's the aim assisting. I believe we need to set this to be blueprint readable, I think. Hold on. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to recompile our whole game to do this. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. Okay, so where did our Lyra player controller go? Here we go. Wait, where did we put that? Did we put that in player start? We did. We put that in player start. Wrong place. What did I check out? Oh, I checked out the wrong one. So let's revert these. And let's do the controller. Check out those. Okay. Now let's go back to, let's kill this. Don't save this. Here's our player controller. And we have public. These are all functions. This is a U property. It's gonna be death. Death location. And we want this to be blueprint. Blueprint read write. Blueprint editable. Blueprint callable. Blueprint visible. I think that's it. Blueprint read write. I am Antius. Antius is asking if I'm still on vacation. I am on vacation until tomorrow, and I gotta say, it's gonna be hard to go back to work after all this vacation time. Yeah, it is blueprint read write. Okay, so we're gonna have to shut down our editor. We're not gonna save anything. In general, though, even when I'm not on vacation, you know, our standard work day is 10 to 7, so that's why we do this stream in the morning at this hour. Okay, let's see if this runs. All right, that's gonna take a second to run. So while that's running, we can just chat. Did you see the, have you seen any of this stuff, Antius, that Zahid's been doing with Inanera? I finally watched a bunch of those videos. They're awesome. A lot of work in there. Niall, did you have any questions this morning? You just hopping in to say hey or what? Antius, you haven't seen any Inanera stuff? Oh, it's awesome. Okay, so it's Inanera. This is a solo dev project. And I think it's going to Steam or something. You can actually download and play it, but this was a project that started about 2 years ago. And originally it started as a learning project so that he could, do what we all do is, get a job type thing. And then he realized it was awesome. And it looks awesome. But you were talking about swordplay and stuff. Look at what's going on. What Zahid says. I believe his name is Zahid. Hold on a second. I can look. That's combo attacks. Well, I can't find it right now, of course. But very much a futuristic, like he was going for a futuristic Devil May Cry type thing. It's there's just a really a lot of cool stuff in there, and he did an entire kind of AMA for one of those Unreal Engine dev talk type things. But it's really cool. It looks great, and I don't need near as complex for our game of swordplay as he's got in there, but there's some really cool stuff. Okay, looks like our compile is going. No errors so far. I may also, I guess while that's going on, what I can do is I can chat a little bit about some of the challenges that I'm looking forward to with our combo system. So right now, we just temporarily put in a single sword slice. Yeah. So, this is the interesting thing about Antius. Antius' comment, and I'm going to repeat this just because for anybody who's on YouTube. Antius is saying they're excited and nervous about basic framework and attacks, but they haven't done any actual polish or design to make it feel good. So I was thinking about that. Assassin's Creed combo system and 300 film work. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. You should really check out a lot of the work that Zahid did. There's some really cool camera stuff and everything that they've got going on in there. But anyways, I was actually, it's funny because I had the exact same thought, Antius. I was like, but at the end of the day, I know what good feels like, right? I know I can get to a cool combo system, a good just gameplay that feels good, right? Like actual attacks that feel good. And so originally I was like, that is a known thing. Like I know how to make hits feel good. I know we've done so much hit feel work over the years at work that I have just a bunch of different things at this point in my arsenal of things to try to just make hit feels feel good. And that seems like it's not. Do not misunderstand me. I'm not saying it's easy. I've seen teams spend for insane amounts of time trying to nail hit feel as well and combos and stuff like that. So I'm not saying it's easy, but I am saying that in my mind I was like, oh, but I've done that before. I know I can do that. I'll get there. Well, And so as a result of that, I've spent a bunch of other time trying to get things like AI and all these things. And I think what is happening is, what I'm finding is that even something like, so I put in a simple combo, a single sword swipe. Well, the problem is that a single sword swipe versus a double or a triple plus dashes and all those things significantly is going to affect gameplay feel. And so what I'm realizing is it's going to be very hard to do that at the end. And I think it's kind of like, how you start with a dirty room and you clean it. Or let's just take your desk. You'd start with your desk and you clean it, get all the clutter off of it. And now because it's clean, the 3 little bits of dust that are left stand out. And or another analogy is, high tide raises all ships type thing. So the problem is, now that the AI is working, now I've got to kind of, start thinking about getting the combat going. Well, the problem is I can't do the combat because that will change how smart I make the AI or how many enemies I put in the counter or all of that stuff. So I'm basically coming to the realization, and a lot of this is because I think as a solo dev, I'm so used to working in teams where everybody's leveling all their stuff up at the same time and all just magically comes together at the end and it's cool and it works. And so I think what I'm realizing more as a solo dev is I can't ignore some of these things. So I'm going to have to slightly level up and increment the quality of all of these systems iteratively as we go. So we've done a chunk of AI. We've got a skeletal encounter in place. But I think now we're going to need to take a timeout. It's loose. We may need to take a timeout to go do combos, or we could make it so that we do a little bit more work in our skeletal encounter to get drops and things like that working. And then from there, we'll have to come back to combos and stuff like that. So there's going to be just a general leveling of all of these things that is going to have to happen. So it looks like we got Unreal back. Now let's see if we did this right. This ought to be interesting. We were working in our shooter man. What I want to know is now when we die, where were we? Here we are. Let's get controller. Get Lyra player controller. Can we set death? Ooh, look at that. Well, okay, I'm not saying it works yet, but at least we got a variable. I did a thing in code, yay. Okay, so let's set our death location, and we're going to set it to get actor location. Get actor location. Okay, I'm gonna set it to this. All right, now that we've done that, when we, I think we were saying that when we respawn, we were teleporting. Teleport to our get Lyra player controller. We'll clean this up if this actually works. Get Lyra player controller. And get the death location, and do this here. All right, let's go. It's totally gonna work. Always works the first time. We did not save our spawner move. So let's just move this closer and go. Okay. Continue. What's happening? Continue. Why is this happening to me? Oh, was that a hard crash? Oh no. That was a hard crash. Oh, okay. Wow. Can we not teleport? Is teleport busted? See you in a bit. Enjoy your lunch, Antius. That was a hard crash. Okay. Well, at least it starts. At least the clients are okay. So let's not do this. Let's not teleport. Let's draw a sphere first and make sure that teleporting isn't somehow breaking us. Interesting. Oh, you know what? This whole time, totally forgot to turn on the. Nobody told me. Put the tunes on. We do need to update our tunes for the new year. Go find some more. Go find some more new stuff. 83%. Come on, let's go. You can do it, Unreal. Here we go. All right, let's try this again. This time we'll do shooter. Man. And let's at least save it this time so we don't have to rebuild this part. All right, so here's our death. Get player. Controller. Oh no, that's not what we want. What am I looking for? Why does this look different than it did last time? Get the Lyra player controller. There we go. Okay, so now let's set our death location. Alrighty. And we're going to, we don't need to do that twice. And actually this probably creates a loop. So let's just do this. Let's just do it on this one. Okay, and let's get our actor location. We're going to get our actor location and we're going to set that. Okay, cool. So let's compile and save that. Check that out. And then over here, when we're spawning, when we set our visibility to false, right here, let's draw a debug sphere. Sphere. And we're going to get the Lyra controller again. And we're going to get the depth location. And we're going to draw this sphere. We'll make it 50. And we'll do hot pink again, because it's totally going to work this time. Do duration of 4, size of 1. We're cooking. Save. Back to the gym. It's always easier the third. Yeah, I'm having problems talking today. Always easier the third time we've done it. And let's save this. Check that out as well. And play. All right. Get Lyra player controller. It's erroring on this? Oh, because it's not valid. Oh, jeez. Why would the player controller not be valid? Man, that just crashed again. Where is it crashing? It's not on death. It's on spawn. Oh. But we only want to do that if it's not... Well, wait a second. Shouldn't matter if it's AI or not. Oh, I don't understand it. All right. The only thing I can think of is the player controller is not valid. So we can't get the value from it. So in our shooter mannequin, shooter man, let's, is valid. If it's valid, then we'll do that. Otherwise, we're going to continue as usual. So let's make this easier to read for right now. I wonder if we need to set this is begin play. I would think the player controller has to be valid. I wonder if it's because we can't get this death location. Because it's bogus. Let's just see. If we play, did we crash right away? Yes. So where's this coming from? Where's our call stack? It's calling get Lyra player controller. Who's calling this? Dude. Okay. It does not like that. Something is really wrong with this. I'm not entirely sure what, honestly. Is it because I need to set this equal to F vector? Because it needs a default value? I just can't imagine it's that. Where's the initialize for this thing? This is the Lyra player controller.h. So Lyra player controller CPP file. think we set it here, not here. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this compiles. Oh wait, I got 2 equals in here? What happened? Stop. Build. Cancel. Okay, now go again. Oh, it's one of those days. So the 2 things that I think are going to be difficult that we have to do is, these are kind of more subsystem type stuff, is this and our combo system. The combo system is going to be difficult because there are ways to implement it with just using montages as an example. However, because we're using the gameplay ability system, I haven't really found great ways to implement that, a combo type system with the gameplay ability system. And so I'm basically gonna have to go out, do a bunch of research, and then come up with some combination of methods to do that. Because I cannot find anything on gameplay ability systems and combo attacks. There is an example in the old ARPG setup, but I'd have to go back and take a look at how that was implemented to figure it out. Why is it compiling? I don't know why it's compiling all this stuff. All right, let's see if we can find a gameplay, ability, system, combo, attack. Let's make an MMO part 25. Combo attacks. All right, we're getting there. Let's go. Oh, also I just thought of a problem, like because of the player controller and the way it works, we only want to do the teleport if it's a player. We don't want to do it if it's an enemy, because otherwise everybody's going to teleport to 0, 0, 0. I wonder what the difference is. What is the difference between teleport and setting accurate location? Oh, I see. So basically, if you use teleport and there's something at the location, then the actors move to a nearby place where there is no collision. Interesting. Okay, so what were we looking for? What were we working on? Shooter mannequin. Shooter mannequin. Alright, so we're listening for the team. Get our player controller cast to HWZ. No. Get controller. Get controller. Cast to Lyra. Player controller. Okay, we're gonna do a bunch of things here. If that's true, then we'll get our death location. Okay. Now, HWZ, because we don't want to do this teleport for enemies. So one way we could do this is basically, I think that's it. We come through, whoa, undo. If we come through here and we cast it to Lyra, and it is successful, then we can do our damage from our death location. Okay? And if not, then it's an enemy. And it's going to do its thing. Now here's the question. Is an HWZ AI controller inherit from a Lyra player controller? Let's find out. That is going to be in under HWZ. No, that's game features. Wait a second. Plugins. Common. Game features. Source. Here we go. What? That's async. Where in the world? HWZ. Find next. That's the inventory manager. Okay, so let's find out where this is. Let's take a look at this HWZ AI controller VP. This thing is a Lyra player bot controller. And a Lyra player bot controller just inherits from modular AI. So that should not be a problem. So let's get rid of this. So as long as you know what, just for kicks, let's make sure that this is false. If it's true, we'll come in here. Alright, for right now, let's just back this up. So we're gonna come in here. We're gonna get the controller. We're gonna check to see if it's a player controller. If it is, we're just gonna do a double check to make sure it's not an AI controller. So if it's not, then we're going to draw our debug sphere. So let's compile and save that. This may be our last crash for today. Alright. And this may be one of those things that we just kind of go offline and figure out. It didn't crash that time. That's something. Hi, buddy. Okay, I died. It looks pretty similar to where we were dead. Let's try that again. Oh, she picked up a gun. She's doing damage. Okay, so let's see if that's where the spawn point is. Oh, look at that. Okay, okay, okay. We fixed our crash. Thank goodness. That was painful. All right, so now what we want to do is, if that's true, first off, I don't think we need this. But before we do that, since this is, we're trying to finally get to this point, let's just take our player controller and let's teleport it. Teleport. Actually, we could just teleport it. Teleport it to here. Okay, so when we die, oh, okay. Oh, here's a trick. There's a trick to this. We don't want this to happen every time. We only want this to happen if we have died already. Interesting. So let's do this. Because basically what will happen is that when we spawn, it doesn't matter where the spawn points are, it's just gonna teleport us to 0, 0, 0, which could be the middle of nowhere. So let's just do, if it's not equal to 0, we'll teleport. It's getting messy. Okay, so if it's not equal to 0, if that's true, what is this? Error tolerance. Let's do 0.1. Okay. So if that is true, then we're going to teleport to that location. If it's false, we're just gonna go about our merry way. And we're gonna have to clean all this up. Let's check. All right, so let's run over here. Hey, buddy. Get killed. Oh, come on, really? Where are you going? All right. Pretty good shot on his part. Dude. Not sure what that is. Where are we? Sparse array. Toast. Okay, so do we respawn next to that guy? Well, we did respawn, we did draw the sphere, but we did not teleport. Okay. Can we set actor location? Looks like teleport's not working. So we're gonna set our actor location to our death location. I have a guess that what's happening is when we die. Oh wait, that worked. Okay, set actor location worked. Oh my goodness. After over an hour of painful fun, we finally got to something that works. Okay, so teleport's not working. That's weird. All right, but that's okay. This we can skip now. All right, we saw it work once. So now do we actually even need this AI thing? So let's just skip that. We're going to assume that a Lyra player controller is not an HWZ controller. Okay, so we can clean that up. Then we have this, and I'm gonna get our controller. this would be here. And this we can feed into this. Clean that up. Okay. Still not beautiful, but let's just compile and save that and give that a go. Now, what I want to do though, technically, is I want to get random location in navigable radius. This is what I actually want to do. Before we do that, let's just make sure it works the same. Okay? Let's do that. Antius. I believe I'm going to make this game. This is a game I've been thinking about for a long time. And okay, so that still totally works. It's a game I've been thinking about for a long time, and I think I don't know. It's just one of those things I have to make it. I gotta try it. Alright, so we're gonna get a random location in navigable radius. And what we're going to do with that is, let's just say within 200 units of where we died, basically. And then with that, we are going to, oh, interesting. So if it is, if it's equal to 0, 0, not equal to 0, 0, okay, cool. We're gonna do that. We're gonna come here, we're gonna get that random location, and we're gonna use that random location as our spawn point. Okay. Now, what we could do is one more check in here, just in case we don't get back a good point. So if we do another boolean here, and we get back something bogus, we could go back about our merry way again. The old style. All right, so let's just test this one more time. And then I think we may be good to go. So dude's gonna come kill me. Toast. One shot, one kill. Golden gun style, all right. And we're respawning within 200. It looks good. It's all still working. Let's make that radius a little bigger. Compile and save. Run away. Toast. All right, we should spawn within 400 units of this spot. All right, we'll call that 400 units. Interesting. For some reason, the gun is floating in midair. I don't know why that is, but that's all right. Okay, after much pain, we got it so that our character is respawning within our death location, within a random navigable radius around where we died. I don't know if this is going to be the way this game is going to work, because I think a lot of that is I think we need to nail down a few things as far as our player experience to determine. I'm still trying to figure out if a hard reset means you have to restart the level or not. And I think as gameplay becomes, like where I'm going with the overall gameplay, I think as everybody starts to see that, you might understand why I might make that decision, that wipes matter. And so in that world of wipes matter, the way that we would be successful is because we're very skilled or very powerful. And all of those things are things that you're going to, play to become obviously skilled, and or if you're not skilled, you can just get really powerful because you have really cool items or whatever, and you'll be able to survive a sword attack, etc. But for now, it's not bad to know how to respawn my character, even though I'm not totally sold that this is the best way to go on this. Antius, I guess one other further thought I get on whether or not I'm making this. If I had, I guess if I had the money right now to quit work, which I can't really imagine in this lifetime, but if I did, then I would be making this game, I guess is another way to answer that question. And part of me is stubborn enough that I want to do it as a solo dev, but for me to do what I want, to actually really do what I want, it's much bigger than that, and there's no way I can do it alone. So I got to get a working prototype, a working level done, and then with that be able to show people what the vision is, and then hopefully people will be excited about it and hop on. We'll see. So because I have a day off work, I'm going to take advantage of the rest of the day, and we're going to call it for the stream for today. And I will catch you on the next stream, which we're going to do Sunday night at 10:15 Pacific time. Yeah, the entire internet knows more than me about anything. And also, Antius, just as a quick thing, I guess if I say solo dev, I don't know if that necessarily means without help. Right? But I think even independent of solo dev or wanting to help or whatever, the one thing I do love is, in general, I do just love, okay, so I'll share with you one other tidbit about what I want to build. The people who help me technically, yes, we would probably all be contractors, but my goal is that everybody who works on it owns the game. That's the way I want it to go. So I've seen far too many cases where the devs and the people put their blood, sweat, and tears into the games or the movies or the films. They don't own it. They don't have a piece of it. And that's, if I'm gonna do this, that would be the only way I would do it. So, anyways. But I love working with people as well. Just in general, they inspire me and stuff like that as well. So I definitely get that. There's definitely a stubborn part of it. Yeah, exactly. All right, y'all. I'm out for the day. Gonna go catch a film. I will see you all in the next stream. I hope you all have a great rest of your week and a good weekend. Take it easy.